ULTRAKILL is one of the best weapon systems in an FPS ever. Everything chains together so smoothly to perform these crazy combos, and there isn't a single weapon that doesn't complement another one. Each weapon only feels like an addition to your arsenal, and they somehow make the moveset even better. And that's why we aren't going to use them. Here's the rules for the challenge. No weapons, obviously, duh. I can only use the feedbacker, knuckle blaster, whiplash, and ground slam to deal damage. I can also bait enemies into attacking each other. And I have to P rank every single level, no exceptions. Yes, even that one. There will be a few times you will see me holding a weapon. That's just because picking them up is required to either progress the level or to spawn an enemy. I never actually shoot them, and they'll be unequipped at the start of the next level. I'll be starting on a fresh save file, that way I can grapple with how each arm changes the gameplay style as I get them. I don't need to P-rank everything on my first run through, but I will certainly try my best. The Prelude was extremely easy. I was already pretty good at parrying, so the only thing holding me back was the lack of a knuckle blaster to deal with the hordes of filth all at once. But even that wasn't really an issue with a well-timed parry. Even the swordsmachine fight was really easy. Well, when I wasn't being overconfident and cocky, that is. The only thing that gave me a little bit of trouble was Cerberus. Oh my god, Cerberus. The Cerberus is my mortal fucking enemy, and has caused me the most amount of pain in this challenge. They're tanky as hell, and their one parryable move is only reliably parryable if you're standing completely still. This isn't the last time you'll hear me complain about them in this challenge. There we go. Come on. There it is. Just throw your thing, man. There it is. Oh, he killed himself. Okay, well. Still a P rank? My god. Limbo is where things start to get interesting. With the lack of a knuckle blaster, I had to rely on other less efficient ways to kill things. With the unique placement of a lot of enemies, I had to put myself in deliberately awkward situations just so I could parry them. And for street cleaner specifically, I had to actually use the ground slam as a means to deal damage for once. This does not change throughout the whole challenge, and ground slam plus knuckle blaster is still a method I use to effectively kill them all the way until the end of the game. Overall though, Limbo was a cakewalk. Not even the hideous mask was all that challenging. There we go. There we go. There we go. One more. Alright. There it is.
Surprisingly, the hardest part of the lair was the secret double swordsmachine encounter in 1-3.
Oh my god, the slopes in this room make it impossible. He just keeps jumping over me. What the hell is this? Sit down.
Other than that, nothing stood a chance. Not even V2.
Fuck. There it is. Boom.
Lust wasn't much different from Limbo. I'd argue it was even easier now that I had the Knuckle Blaster. The only sort of major challenge for this layer was fighting the 2 Mind Flayers without the Whiplash. But even then I could just wait out their attacks and parry the orbs. Overall though, another very easy layer. Throwing hands with King Minos was pretty fun though.
Hello, Minos. Sit down, bruh. Let me in there.
Gluttony was surprisingly easy. I thought I would struggle pretty bad on 3-1, but no, I P-ranked it on my first try.
P-rank? Seriously? Damn.
Same with Gabriel. He was also very easy.
Alright, come on, Gabriel. Shit. Shit. Maybe. You make even the devil cry! Shit. Got his ass. Shit. Got it. Shit on, I think.
How can this be? May your woes be many and your days
S rank. Oh, I would have totally P ranked it, man. Greed is the first one I actually sort of struggled on. Not in the initial clear was pretty easy. But later, when I come back to P rank it, you'll see that 4-2 kicked my ass for a bit. Overall, a solid step up in difficulty. This challenge is finally starting to feel like a challenge. V2 was still a pushover though. Oh wait, this is gonna be hell. Incinerate him real quick. Oh my. There it is. Incinerate him again. Never mind, this is easy. What the hell? Sit down, pussy. Sit down. Woo! Give me that final arm.
On to my favorite layer, Wrath. Another challenging layer. 5-1 doesn't have much to talk about, but 5-2 kicked my ass. Specifically the ferryman. The ferryman's attack pattern is really fucking annoying. Normally it isn't too bad, it only takes 5 parries to kill one. But this ferryman's health bar is unnecessarily massive and takes way too many parries. Now if I went back and did it now, it'd be a piece of cake. But this was only an hour into the challenge. I didn't know his attack pattern too well yet. And it really shows.
Got his dumbass. Come on. Da-da-da-da. Woo! 10 restarts. That was the biggest challenge yet. That's gonna be fun to P rank.
5-3 was also pretty challenging, but not nearly as much as 5-2.
This is gonna be hell.
The Leviathan was a complete joke, though.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. we're back. Easy. I mean, I knew it'd be easy. P rank. Boom.
Now after my spiel about Wrath, you'd probably expect me to sit here and talk about how hard Layer 6 was, and how 6-1 kicked my ass. But no, it really didn't. I beat it on my first try. I just didn't have enough style to P-rank it. Gabriel was also easy as hell.
I've never heard that line before. That's a hard as fuck line. Shit,
Twice! Beaten by an object! Twice!
I have a lot to say about violence, but I'll save most of it for later. For now, I'll just say that the Minotaur is fucking impossible arms only. At least the first phase. The second phase is whatever. The first phase doesn't have any parryable moves, and it is just out of range of the Knuckle Blaster. Eventually I found out you can hop on its back, and it becomes a complete pushover if you can get the positioning right and don't get knocked off. But it still takes a while to kill it. In the Act 2 dev commentary, Hakita said that in the next update for the game, they would add a move to the Minotaur's kit that swipes you off of its back. So in future patches, this strat just wouldn't work. The only other way I could personally come up with a way to beat its first phase in an effective way was to parry the Stray's orbs into it. But even then, it's pretty awkward, and you gotta hope the Minotaur doesn't kill the Stray for you. I never got it to work. Other than that, 7-2 and 7-3 were pretty straightforward, and I had minimal struggle with them. Dude, to be honest, fighting them with just their landmines is kind of fun. I hate gutter tanks, but this was fun as hell. 7-4 though. I'll save that for the P-rank discussion. This is where levels would start taking multiple hours to P-rank. 4-2 only took me a little over an hour, but 5-2 took me about 2 hours, and it only gets worse from here. 4-2 wasn't bad. I honestly couldn't tell you why I struggled on it as much as I did. What the hell? ULTRAKILL just crashed! What the fuck just happened? I even did the Insurrectionist cheese, and levels still kinda kicked my ass for some reason. Probably because you're meant to be using the dual wield power up in these rooms, so they just kind of overwhelm you with enemies to make up for it. And since I'm only using my arms, the power up doesn't benefit me at all. Finally, holy fuck. You'll notice a trend with all the levels I end up struggling super hard on. Very long levels that end with a boss. It makes attempting to P-rank them very draining, because you end up replaying the same level dozens, and in the case of P2 specifically, hundreds of times. 5-2 was the first major example of this. I'd fight through the whole level for 5 minutes, just to get to the ferryman and die, then do it again. By the time I had beaten the ferryman and P-ranked the level, I was sick of playing it.
7-1 took me way too long. Multiple hours spread throughout multiple days. This is the first level where I faced a new challenge, actually meeting the requirements for the P-rank. Before I could easily just coast through each level no problem, and as long as I didn't die, I'd usually P-rank it. Now though, I had to basically speedrun it in order to make time, and I had to minimize how little I was getting hit in order to make the style quota. It was a struggle, and took dozens of attempts. On top of that, I had to fight the Minotaur at the end, which, on top of being my least favorite boss in the game, is also ridiculous on arms only like we discussed earlier. Thank God Akita cooked on the soundtrack for this part, cause it was the one thing that kept me saying like, oh my God!
This section of the song makes me feel things.
"7-4 was just flat out annoying. Up until now, the challenges were all pretty fun. Not 7-4 though. 7-4 was not fun at all. The tight time and style requirements, the security system, the 5 gutter tanks, 5 of them. It was awful. And somehow took even longer than 7-1. I love 7-4. It's a fantastic level. But I never want to do it arm only again.
Woo! Finally got it. Holy shit. P-rank, with 4 seconds to spare. I never want to fight the security system again. Now, I kind of cheated when it came to P1. I have 2 big inspirations for this challenge. The first one is Gordon the Cat's video. You can even see my comment on it from a year ago. But also, my friend said I should try P1 arm only, and I did. I spent a few hours, but I P-ranked it. I didn't record it, but it inspired the video you're watching right now. So, I did P1 again just for you guys. Hell yeah.
And finally, the level you've all been waiting for. P2. This challenge took me 30 hours to complete, and 20 of those hours were on just P2. When I say this is the hardest thing I've ever done in a video game, I mean it. I was looking up videos seeing if it was even possible for someone like me without glitches or anything. Eventually, I got a consistent strategy down and figured it out. Remember when I said you'd hear me complain about the Cerberus again? Well, that time is now. Welcome to my personal hell, motherfuckers. The Cerberus room is fucking unbearable. I've played this room upwards of 500 times, and it only gets worse with each run. The real enemy in this room isn't the 4 Cerbs, 2 Virtues, and the ferryman. It's the mental turmoil you go through every time you die, and knowing damn well you're gonna have to redo this room at least 10 times before getting another decent run. But the initial clear, really not that bad. Nothing really to write home about. Anytime I died, just restarted, redid the room. Got to Sisyphus, beat him. Pretty easy. Now onto the real shit, the P rank. Starting off strong, I make it to the room before Sisyphus on my second attempt. Great, right? Surely the challenge won't take me too long, right? I didn't even leave the Mind Flayer room for the next 10 hours of attempts. I obviously needed a strategy. A routine. The strategy I came up with through trial and error, along with a little bit of research, is pretty simple. Start by sliding into the Cerberus room, climbing up into the top left corner, and slam and punching the Cerbs until they're dead. I tried to do it in a way where they'd all die at the same time to avoid the ferryman spawning early. After that, defeat the ferryman and take care of the virtues. I'd use the second virtue to launch myself to the other side of the room and wait for the swordsmachine to spawn. Parry it, let the Mind Flayer kill it while it's stunned, and then I just clear the rest of the room like normal. I never came up with a strat for the hallway, since it's just chock full of all the enemies that trip me up the most, but I would generally just get the Mind Flayer to kill the Cerberus for me. After that, I would parry the left swordsmachine and bait the Mind Flayers into killing it. Do you see why I allowed myself to bait enemies into attacking each other now? I would try to do the same with the other swordsmachine and the sentry. Once they're down, I'd try to parry the Mind Flayer's orbs into the virtues, and then I'd just clear the room like normal. The Insurrectionists didn't really require any strats to beat, but I did have one ace up my sleeve. Insurrectionists take more damage while on fire, and all melee attacks you do while holding a skull will set an enemy on fire. So I would whiplash them to set them on fire, and then punch the shit out of them. Oh, and I did go into the sandbox to practice the parry timing for the rocks. The spinning blood rooms were probably the worst part of the level, but I got it down to a science. I'd ignore the virtues and immediately go for the Maurice. The shockwave of it falling after it dies should be enough to send the virtues into the ceiling, killing them instantly. If it doesn't, I'll come back to them later. Then, I'd go knock the sentry into the ceiling before coming back to kill the other Maurice, and if the virtues were still alive, this is when I'd take care of them. For the next room, I'd skip everything and go straight to the Maurice in the back. Its shockwave will launch the 2 sentries into the ceiling, and then I just parry the first Cerb, and then bait the second Cerb into killing itself. And for the final room, really the only parts I had strats for were the sentries, and I would just parry them and bait the hideous mass into blowing them up for me. And that's really about it. Then, it was on to Sisyphus. After around the 15-hour mark, I finally make it back to the Stalker room. And I actually clear it. And then I beat Sisyphus. Only to check the time and see that I was 2 whole minutes too slow. B. Oh my god. I'm fucking crying, man. I'm gonna... How the hell was I supposed to cut down 2 minutes from a run that I thought I was already doing great in? That factor, plus the fact that I am now struggling to get past the Mind Flayer room again, beat my ass mentally for the next week. This stupid ULTRAKILL challenge was genuinely starting to affect my mental health. I felt like such a fraud, it's insane. I'd go to work and I couldn't focus on anything, because all I'd think about is completing this stupid challenge. I did fine on every other level. Why couldn't I beat this one? I kept throwing myself at the challenge for weeks. Eventually, I got so tired of even paying attention to the level, I muted nearly all sound and just started playing my own music. Eventually, though, I noticed I was consistently getting to the soccer room nearly every run now. And sometimes I'd even make it to Sisyphus. I was getting better. I was progressing. And noticing that gave me enough motivation to push through and finish it. On one of my next days off of work, I sat down and I played for nearly 6 hours straight. Nothing but P2 for 6 hours. I got closer and closer. I got another run where I made it to Sisyphus, but died and realized that even if I did beat him, I would have been too slow anyways. I needed to go faster. I kept at it, kept grinding it out, and kept throwing myself at it, no matter how mad I got. Eventually though, I got the perfect run.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god, I did it! Holy shit! Oh my god! Holy shit! No way! Oh my god! I wanna fucking cry, dude! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh. I'm done! I'm done! I don't have to do that ever again!
If you liked the video, please leave a like and subscribe. This video was absolute hell to make from start to finish. I'm close to 1,000 subs, and I'm hoping this video will be enough to push me up the milestone. If you really liked the video, consider becoming a channel member. I spent upwards of $300 on this video, and my channel isn't big enough for sponsorships or ad revenue yet, so it'd mean a lot. Thank you guys for watching, and I promise the next big video I make won't take me 3 months.